Welcome to Inside the Line, Real Stories by Real Cops. I'm Dave Rattigan with Dale Lawrence, retired police officer, and Dale's trusty sidekick, his manservant, comedian, actor, Nathan Arroyo. Nathan.
Yeah.
How are you?
You know.
Excellent. So,
he's got a big, 24-ounce coffee over there, so we should be good for another half hour.
Yeah, that'll listen. It's hard to be a young guy. I remember it. It's you go out, you've got to work, and work ends, and then it's time to drink for the next 10 or 12 hours, and then it's sleep, and that's another 10.
Who sleeps, you pussy?
Anyway, Nathan, you're gonna love this one. You're gonna love this one, as you know. It's the season of giving.
Sure.
The season of love, the season of joy.
Of course.
So we're going to talk about prostitutes. Because who gives more joy, more love? Streetwalkers and others. Dale went through his contacts, and you think to yourself, well, who did he get for a yes? Did he get top line, very expensive prostitute? Did he get the suburban, I've got a nice place, I've got a nice apartment, and come on over here for a couple of hours for $200, $300, $400 prostitute? Or did he get the streetwalker?
Which one did I get?
Take a look across the table and tell us.
You're being too hard on her, B. What's up,
BB? Wow. Damn, I didn't think I was going to get nailed like that.
That's
especially for no
Again.
money.
That's BeBe. She's our guest today. We're going to talk to you just a little bit.
Sounds good.
BeBe's a retired streetwalker. Is that a good way to put it?
I am. Yes.
Right.
Public servant.
Again, it's a service that she offers, and it's a very honest, straightforward. Is it an honest, straightforward transaction?
Well, to me, it's honest. I don't know about the people that I take their money from, but it's honest to me.
All right, we're gonna talk a little bit more about the business and the life of streetwalking, but first we're going to talk to Dale. We're looking for prostitution experts, Dale.
Yep.
And you come straight up on my phone. I Googled, and there your picture was. I was amazed.
And Nathan was second, right?
Anyway, so here's what I want to ask you: is first of all, how did you become acquainted with BeBe?
Well, it's kind of funny. You alluded to the fact in the opening that I've known her for a while, but it was probably about a month ago. I was up in New Hampshire, and we were at some boxing matches. And I was sitting with a group of people, and BeBe just happened to be in the group.
Oh, she just happened to be in the group?
Well, yeah, she was with some friends.
So you were out with a bunch of guys, and BeBe just happened to be with the group.
Well, she was with a bunch of her friends and whoever, and she knew some fighters up there. And we were just talking, and I said, hey, I used to be a cop. And she kind of, moved her seat about 7 seats away. Right, BeBe?
Well, gotta be careful. You never know if there's still a warrant out there for me.
And I was just telling her what I did now. I said I did a podcast, and I just mentioned that we were thinking about new episodes and new topics. And the topic came up.
Would you like to be a guest?
And I said, yeah, you want to be a guest?
Let me give you the address. You can meet me there.
And
that sounds like so sketchy.
And here she is.
Story of my life.
Yeah. BeBe, let me ask you this. You've met a lot of sketchy characters in your life. Where would Dale rate on a 1 to 10 scale?
Oh, gosh. I'm thinking a 5. I do them a lot.
Really?
Oh,
You'd be a repeat customer.
Would you give him a discount?
What, I look like Walmart? No, there's no discounts. There's a discount.
Jesus.
By the way, this seems like a good time to plug our contact stuff.
Yeah.
realstoriesbyrealcops@gmail.com is our email address. InsideTheLine.org is our website. And if you like us, share us, because we're trying to build our audience. And our audience is actually building, which is great. And
it is.
I'm sure after this show, it'll go way up, and we'll probably get a lot of emails asking to meet BeBe. And do you do personal appearances?
No, we don't.
I could be wrong, but according to BeBe, and she told me this, that she is retired.
She sold us 3 times that she's retired. I'm not buying it. Nathan, what do you think?
Hey, I mean, you can be retired, but you can still have hobbies.
That's a good
That's
point.
true.
But
That's true.
do you get paid for the hobbies?
That's up to the enthusiast.
If this was a video podcast and we had the camera on Nathan, how red his face is right now.
He's never been this close to a woman.
I'm eyeballing him.
Yeah. Now you look at Nathan. Do you think to yourself,
Yes.
I could deflower this young man for a price?
I'd destroy him. I think I'd destroy him.
Yeah, that would be bad. What age did you start?
Gosh, started probably really in the streets, probably about like when I was like in 18 or so, if not younger. I was out there already.
Were you a virgin?
To you.
Dale tells me you grew up in New Bedford, right?
In around there, yeah.
And
Yeah.
And you started around 1990? A little bit before 1990?
Yeah. It was kind of like, I ended up shitty house. Things weren't going so good in my house, and thought, hey, I'll do better somewhere else. So, yeah, things were looking up for me when I started hitting the streets.
Jeez. Had you been? What were you? You were in a. Things weren't good for you at home.
No.
Were you living with who were you living with?
Well, I had my mom, people coming in and out of the house. Mom wasn't always there. Dad disappeared, so we always had all different guys. They were all a bunch of assholes. So I figured, fuck it, I'm out. So I started going on the street. I had nowhere to go. I ran away. And then that's where you get sucked in with kind of selling yourself. It's not something I immediately chose for myself, but someone chose it for me, and I was stuck. There I was.
So you said New Bedford, right? Back
Yeah,
in the 80s?
yeah.
I mean, you know, Dave, that I'm a cop or ex-cop, right?
Yeah.
So back in what was happening in New Bedford back in the late 80s?
Well, I only know it because it's on my notes.
Come on, Dave. Yeah, there was a serial killer.
It was horrible.
Prostitutes down there.
They would take their victims and cover them with milk and cut up a banana.
Oh my God! And you
Serial
were down
killer.
there? How long did you stay in New Bedford?
I was, jeez. When that shit started, I was like, it was going around that prostitutes and the girls were starting to disappear and shit was happening. I mean, it always happens, and I thought, fuck it, this shit's getting real here, so let me just go to New York. Back alleys in New York gotta be safer, right?
New York's safer than New Bedford.
That's scary.
Well, at least it's not during a crime wave, so that actually makes a little bit of sense.
Well, yeah, it could be safer if you got 9 or 10 girls missing from New Bedford in a year and a half. Why,
Let me just ask this though, because Dale, I know you missed my joke. BeBe, did you at least get my joke about the serial killer with the milk and the bananas on the body?
Oh, I missed that one.
Nathan's looking at me. He still doesn't get it.
Oh, okay.
It's a little kid joke.
All right.
All right, fine. Moving on. So yeah, that actually, and of course, there's nothing funny about the serial killer murders in New Bedford.
Never been solved either.
9 killed and 2
9
missing.
killed,
Never
2
been solved.
missing. So there's obviously 11.
I heard the killer moved to New York.
Damn.
Or he became a comedian or something like that. But yeah, never been solved.
That's so you went to New York City
I did.
in the early late 80s.
Yep, probably 80s, 90s. I was still roaming around.
What part of New York?
I was everywhere in New York, but I kind of went to Brownsville a little bit. I was in there for a little
What'd
bit.
you say? Say that again.
Brownsville?
All right, you used to be a sports writer, Dave. If you don't know what famous athlete came out of Brownsville.
Everybody knows what famous athlete came out of Willie Shoemaker.
Who the hell's that?
I don't even know if he
I
did.
thought
He's
is
a jockey.
he a jockey?
I know whenever you talk about an athlete, I know it's a boxer. And it's Tyson.
Yeah, I think Riddick Bowe might have came out of Brownsville.
Yeah, probably
too.
and 3 other guys.
Did you ever run into Mike Tyson back in the day? He was out in the streets in the late 80s, early 90s.
He was living on the streets?
Well, no, he was a champ then. I think he won the championship in like 88 or something like that. Or somewhere, 85.
So if he was walking on the streets, maybe you did meet him.
Meet him?
I met Mike.
Was he good
and
tipper?
John and Tony and Bill, Jose.
How do you? I don't know. Do you ever have a pimp?
Yeah, you start off with having a pimp, where they come and they, they see that you need something, whether it's like, hey, you want to come stay in my house, you got nowhere to stay. And then once you stay there, then they're like, hey, you got to pay some bills. So then they start, I got some friends, maybe you could do me a favor since I'm doing you a favor. And that's how it kind of goes. And then they toss you out in the street, and then you're just trying to survive, make some money.
They take all your money, or do they give you?
Oh, they fucking take it all. They take it all.
They take it all?
They take it all.
How much is all? What's a Friday night? What is all on a Friday night? From like 6 at night to midnight. What's all? How much? How much can I make?
It depends. You can make $300, $400, $5,000, and they take it, and then they'll buy you whatever you think you're gonna need just to go out. That's it.
They ever take you out to eat with it, or you just go to Popeye's Fried Chicken or some shit like that?
Basically.
Was Popeye's around back?
What do you think? They're gonna take me to the Ritz?
What's that?
They're gonna take me to the Ritz?
Popeye's
Unless they're
must
gonna
have
sell
been
me
around.
there.
One of the things we talked about in this show, when we talked about putting it together, was the strippers and prostitutes. And there are strippers that will actually have money in the bank. They've got investments. Not many streetwalkers, not many at that level.
No. The only one who had money was the girl from Pretty Woman, Julia Roberts. That's the only one who was like, yeah, I got money in the bank.
Yeah,
Fuck
now
that. We
they've
don't
done-
have shit. That's how they get you. They want you to stay. They don't want you having money in the bank.
Right. That's always an amazing movie to me, that it's like, oh, it's such a great love story. And I'm thinking, I don't know, maybe they were love stories like that. I know that, somebody has an attractive hooker and they think to themselves, she treats me so much better than my wife. I think I'll marry her.
There you go.
I don't know if that's going to go. Let's on the subject of pimps. You're looking around now. Nathan, do your pimp voice first, so we can see.
My pimp voice?
Excellent. Who would make the better pimp? Looking around the table, I know it's Dale, but we'll go through it anyway. Would it be Dale? Would it be Nathan? Or would it be me as a pimp?
Tough choice.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
but
you guys are all got that slappy hand.
Slappy.
Who's gonna hit the hardest? I gotta look around. I don't know.
Let me rephrase that question. Who at this table looks more like a John?
I've seen you come around. I've seen you come around.
I'm talking to Dave, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Dave.
There you go.
I got your number.
Wow.
Just if anyone doesn't know, Dave is in his 60s. He has grayish hair,
Extremely handsome. Devastatingly
receding hairline. Oh, he's extremely handsome.
Yep.
And glasses.
And glasses. What
And
could
probably
be
weighs
better?
about 220.
No, a little more.
Little more?
Little more.
Oh yeah, so
Little
he's
more.
a typical John.
Is that a typical John? Kind of overweight, kind of bland, kind of too old.
They're all kinds. They're all kinds. They're short, they're tall, they're fat, they're skinny. They got teeth, they got no teeth.
No teeth.
Is it better or worse depending on what the guy looks like? If the guy's got teeth, if his breath doesn't smell, if his body doesn't smell. Do you look at, like, are there good days in the office versus bad days in the office? Good clients versus bad clients? How do you determine?
Bad days in the office. Every day's a bad day. As long as you're getting paid, that's when it's a good day.
Okay.
Every day's a bad day. You don't know. You can't pick and choose who's coming. Toothless Tony comes over to me. I gotta do Toothless Tony. That's it.
Toothless Tony.
What's the going rate for sex? I'm not asking you for business purposes. When you were on the street, what were you charging?
Oh,
Let's go with a hand job first.
Okay, that is an offer, by the way.
Oh.
So you want to use today's prices?
blowjob. A blowjob will give you what? $40. $40 for a blowjob. Probably same amount for a hand job. $40, $50. It depends.
Now we're gonna compare that to dinner and 2 glasses of wine, 4 glasses of wine, a bottle of wine, dinner and a bottle of wine at a nice restaurant.
It's about $100, right?
About $100.
Yeah.
The way you tip it, probably 90, 95.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know.
So you're better off just getting in the car and going down the street and seeing what you can get.
Oh, you still got to eat. And how long would an interaction take?
You only got, if it's a blowjob, you're asking for just maybe 15, 20 minutes or so because we got to get out. Got to get in, get out, give me my money, and I'm moving on to the next.
What if you got a guy who just won't finish? Can't finish?
That's his fucking problem. Fucking out of there.
You're just out of there without finishing the job?
That's his problem.
Why would he pay you?
He either pays me or he's getting an ass whipped.
By who?
By me, by my boss, because I don't bring the money, I get my ass handed to me. So that's